Hi everybody, I wanted to show you my latest creation here. This is another 6x6 mini, and for this one I used Pink Paislee's Butterfly Garden collection for the paper. I really like this. It's got a vintage feel to it, and it's kind of a pastel pink and blue and yellow paper with a kind of a nature theme. It's really beautiful. And to make my album, I made it a little different this time. I was getting kind of bored with my normal album, so I made the closure a little bit different for this one. I used a hook and eye closure to make a flap, and I'll just show you what it looks like all the way around. Here's my felt binding that I usually use on the side, which I didn't want to use felt for this side because I figured I needed something a little stronger for the cover, since it's going to be opened and closed all the time. But I didn't want to use chipboard because it needs to be rounded, so I didn't want it to be too stiff. So I used Tim Holtz's grunge paper, and I painted it with glimmer mist and olive vine. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's just so pretty. I mean, the grunge paper really took the glimmer mist well, and it's really sparkly, and the color's even. It looks really good. I'll show you the cover real quick. I got a little graphic here of some, I think they're fairies, and there's some flowers, and this opens like that. And then on the cover of the flap, I put a piece of antique gold trim, kind of like a lace on it. And then I bordered it with some faux pearls and some flowers. And then I used a Tim Holtz keyhole in the center, and from it I hung a Tim Holtz ball chain with the key that goes to the keyhole. Put the key on it like that. Okay, and then I'll show you the inside. Just got to kind of lift up on the flap, and it releases like this, like that. And then here's my little hook and eyes that I used to close it. And they were silver, and I took Tim Holtz alcohol ink in, I think the color was lettuce, and I painted them because that paint, the alcohol inks stick to metal really well, for those who may be not familiar with it. And I painted this one too and put some little rhinestone stickers on it to kind of decorate it. And to adhere the metal to this grunge paper, the hot glue gun was just not, the glue was not strong enough to hold it. So I'm using this E6000 glue that I found at Michael's, and that's really good if you want to adhere metals to different things, papers and things that you need more strength for, because this thing, there's a little bit of pressure to pull up when it's closed, so it keeps it from ripping off. So it's like that. It's kind of cool. All right, I'll show you the inside. Here's the first page. Of course, it flipped open on me here. This little flower is holding it closed. And I have this little graphic, and I put some stickles around it. I don't know if you can tell. Kind of make it sparkly. And there's all kinds of flowers. I got this little piece of lace here. And then it flips open. And then I'll try to get it all on the page there. Then you got these two little flaps. And in the center, I put this little frame. I made it with my Cricut. I think the cartridge was a sentimental cartridge. And then I put a little punch there. And the papers I used for this and this, they were just scrap papers I had. It didn't really, it didn't belong with the Pink Paislee collection. It just kind of matched it. And then over here, I put this little cutout is from the Pink Paislee paper. And there's some leaves and some flowers. And I left it open back here so a picture can be slid in there. And then this side kind of matches that theme. Like that. And close this. And on this side, this was a fun page to make. I made a little embellishment bird cage here. It's clipped to here with a ribbon and this little clip that I made. I have some tulle at the top of it. Looks like, and it's got a little Tim Holtz clip, which I use that glue to clip it on there because, when you're using the clip, it really pulls on the paper, so it really holds good. And I used the Tim Holtz Sizzix die for this, the birdcage one, and I made this little embellishment here with some glass beads and a little charm on the end. And I painted this piece is a chipboard piece, and I painted it with white acrylic paint. And then I don't know if you can see how it's cracked, the paint. That's the Tim Holtz Distress paint, and it's in Tattered Rose, the color. And the back is cool. I didn't put the pink distress paint on that. I just left it white so you could see the pink coming through. So I thought that was kind of cool. So you got that, and then I just cut out a couple of cardstock bird cages, and so they're just little mats for photos or journaling. So that was fun to make. And then here's the page it's clipped to. I got this little picture of these little angel fairies. It's kind of cute, and then that flips open like that. And then here's this page. I got a couple of mats in here. These two guys, but these were cute. And this one I hand distressed and hand stamped. And then this little, looks like a butterfly fairy. He's cut out of the pink Paislee collection too. And then I just layered two different ribbons, like a lace and a cord, and I put some flowers on there. And this is kind of like a fold-out page here. This side actually is supposed to be under the flower, like that, because the flower holds it down. And then you flip it up like that. That, and then this flips down, and you've got placed a journal on both sides here, and it opens up like that. And then there's the whole thing like that. Okay. And on this side, I did a couple more mats that I stamped. These are cute. And this is a pocket page. I put some lace on it and a couple of Prima flowers, and I used my Cuttlebug to run my cardstock through to give it kind of a dot texture to it. And then on this side, got a couple more mats. Those. And I did a lot of layering with flowers and leaves and ribbons. I mean, I used tons of leaves and ribbons and things, and I got some stickles on there. And here's some more flowers with a little graphic from the pink Paislee paper. And then I think this is probably my favorite page right here. I used a butterfly and I made a clip out of it. And I got a little envelope I made. The little butterfly. Got a rabbit on the back here. It's a little punch. And it opens up. I used my Martha Stewart scoreboard to make this little envelope. And I got a couple pieces of paper in there. And then this is a little mat I made with 3 different stamps. And then here's what that paper looks like. Got some more flowers down there. And then on this side, I used a border punch, make that, and this flips open. And I layered some lace and some cord again on that side. It looks like that. Okay, and then on this page, another pocket page, I made this little book here. It's got a little Velcro piece to hold it down. It opens up like that. And I made 2 little tags in the pocket. And those are little graphics from the paper. There you go. And then on this side I used some of my corner punches and Martha Stewart border punch to make that. So, and this was fun. I like this little closure I made. I'm going to do that with some albums in the future. I did put together 4 kits for this that I'll have in my Etsy store, and I also have a tutorial too that I'm going to put up there. And I'll put a link to those in the description, video description. Thanks so much for looking.